today is my last day here at Funnel Hacking Live. And I've been thinking through a few of the speeches we heard today. I'm really sad to have to leave this place. But I wanted to share with you guys, yesterday I spoke a little bit about why I dance, right? Because dancing makes me feel empowered and happy, and honestly, dancing is like the fiber of my being. But I didn't really share with you why I decided to go on this journey of growth. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that today. So I guess before I started dancing, some history in understanding the impact that each and everyone kind of leaves on another person. That's something that I kind of understood at the age of 7 years old. I think we were tasked at school with writing a paper about your idol, the person you looked up to the most. And I remember writing my paper and feeling so proud. I was like, mine's Beyonce. Like she is a badass woman. She's killing things. Who wouldn't pick Beyonce, right? And so I remember going into class, and then people started reading off who their idols were. People were like, my dad's my idol, my sister's my idol, my uncle is my idol, my coach is my idol. And I sat there and I was like, holy shit. I am moving to be this big and amazing thing to have somebody look up to you. But I was probably one of the only ones in my classroom that had an idol as a famous person. All the rest had people that they knew in their day-to-day lives. And that's kind of where it changed the game for me. So before, people looking up to me was just something that happened for, famous people. The ones that were the hot shots, doing big things. And when people were really reading off, it was probably when somebody was like, my sister's my idol. And I was like, whoa. Sitting there at 7 years old. I am the oldest of 4, and I have 2 little sisters. At the time, they were probably toddlers. And something clicked. I was like, obviously they look up to me. I saw them as they grew, as they learned to walk, as they learned to talk. They learned through me. Everything I did, those 2 pairs of eyes were always on me, learning how to do stuff. And it was in that moment that I decided, holy crap, these eyes are looking at me all the time. I have to be their idol. I have to be the best I could be, because I know my sisters are always looking at what I'm doing. And I want them to understand that they can shoot high. This world that we live in, when I looked up at 7 years old, it was kind of funny to see that I looked up and I didn't see people as idols around me. I didn't look up to the people around me. Don't get me wrong, that realization, I was like, oh, my godmother is my idol. Oh, my school teacher is my idol. It was the day-to-day things that people were doing that made an impact in my life. And so it was this shift that I took on. And from 7 years old on, I was like, I have to be the best I can for my sisters. There's no question about it. So I went on this quest to be great. And what's funny is recently I took on mentoring high schoolers, and in speaking to one of them, she's like, oh my God, like, you're so successful. And it was in speaking to her that it hit me again that it's these day-to-day things that I'm doing that people are looking up to, that I'm thinking like, this is easy. Sitting in my chair yesterday, one of the speakers, Marley Max, made a statement, and it kind of sent chills down my spine because it was so true. And everything that I've done and everything that I've learned, she said, helping people doesn't stop just because your life isn't perfect. And I sat there and I cried because she was right. You know, I've had to deal with a lot of things in my life, and I don't think I ever stopped to think, like, is my life perfect? Like, it's just, okay, what can I do in this moment to make sure that that kid's okay? What am I doing in this moment to make sure that she understands that, like, this is a job she could do? Like, what am I doing in this moment to inspire the people around me? And these are, like, the things I think about every single day. And, you know, some of my friends are like, when do you sleep? And for all of my very young hustlers out there, shout out to Mr. Christian. He was like, we don't. You know, I have waken up at 5 a.m. probably every day this week and came to this conference, stayed, heard the speakers, spoke to the people around me, gone to bed probably at midnight every night, and then I've been waking up and doing it every day. Why am I up at 7 a.m. on a Saturday going to a marketing conference? Because I understood that I had a higher purpose than just doing things for myself. I need to inspire these people to dream bigger. So that's why I created this page. You know, in speaking to that student, she's like, your parents must be so proud, like, you're so successful, you have your own home, you have your own car, like, you're working, you don't even have a college degree and you're working, like, a real job. And I sat there and I laughed, and it's funny, these kinds of achievements are like big goals for people. Caleb, one of the speakers yesterday, he spoke to the audience and he's like, I look around and I hear your guys' goals and it makes me so disappointed. And that's not to dismay from any of your guys' goals, but I hear your guys' goals and I feel so disappointed because my goal is to change the world. Like, I want to change the world for that little girl sitting back in that seat, and that's my goal. And there's no what if this, what if that. Like, I wake up 5 a.m. every day because I know that little girl's watching and looking every single day. And I need to shoot big because I need you guys to shoot big with me. So I went on this journey for growth and created this page to show the people around me that it doesn't have to be a Beyonce, it doesn't have to be a Russell Brunson. Today freaking Tony Robbins is speaking, and you don't even have to be that guy. You just have to be yourself, wanting to make a difference. That's all you gotta do. So if this page inspires just one person, then that'll make the difference that I'm asking for.